And now, Legal Perspective with Nick Clekis.
It's time for your Legal Perspective with Nick Clekis. Whether you're facing charges or simply want to understand your rights, it's essential to be informed. Here to help us navigate the complexities of criminal defense law is Nicholas Clekis, owner of Clekis Law Firm. Nick, great to have you back with us today.
Thanks. Good to be here.
So we're talking about criminal law. What is the difference between civil court and criminal court?
Yeah, so civil court, which is referred to as common pleas in state court, is just about money. Mm-hmm. You're suing somebody over a contract, over injuries, or whatever the case may be. It's just money. Criminal court, of course, is the violation of some law. And so, for instance, if let's say you run a stop sign, that's a municipal violation, city ordinance. It's the city of Charleston versus Taylor Miller. Mm-hmm. Okay? If you violate a state statute, then it's the state of South Carolina versus Taylor Miller. And if you violate a federal law, then it's the United States of America versus Taylor Miller. And so those are the different levels of the court. And as we all know, it has to be proven beyond a reasonable doubt, and you have the right to confront your accusers and blah, 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 blah. But, you know, it's a pretty serious thing, even though the burden of proof is a little higher. It's the beyond the reasonable doubt.
Yeah, that sounded a little scary, United States of America versus Taylor Miller. Right. So if, we're in a situation and, we're possibly getting spoken to by a police officer and what do we not do? We hear, don't speak without a lawyer present. How important is that, even if you're innocent? And what else do we need to know if we're put in that situation?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's important that you cooperate with police to the extent that's reasonable. They ask your name, you tell them your name, they want to see your ID. They have the right to frisk you for weapons. It's called a Terry stop. They can see that, for their own protection, that you're not carrying a weapon. Nowadays in South Carolina, you can carry a weapon. But, to that extent, I think it's okay to cooperate. If you have any involvement in a crime or they're accusing you of a crime, then they have to decide, are they going to arrest you or not? So you can really ask the ultimate question, am I under arrest? Is this a custodial stop, or can I leave? And if they say, no, you can leave, then you leave. If they say, no, you got to stay, then they need to read your rights. And the importance of the Miranda rights isn't so much that that is a requirement to be arrested, but that's a requirement to use anything that you say after they use your rights against you. So it's, important that, once you're read those rights, stop talking.
Mm-hmm. So if you're in that situation and you have a prior criminal record, does that change things?
Yeah, that's a good question. I was a bond court judge for a while, and so when somebody would come in front of me and they had multiple charges, everything gets enhanced. And a big political push now, especially with the city of Charleston, and really across America because of all the shootings, is unlawful carry. There's so many people carrying guns these days, from minors on up, that it's still unlawful if you're a convicted felon, if you're in a place that you're not supposed to have a gun, like a church, a school, a place that's serving alcohol. So there can still be unlawful carry, even though we're allowed to carry guns these days. And so if you're convicted of a crime and there are multiple crimes that you're convicted of at the same time, everything gets enhanced. Mm-hmm. If you have a prior criminal record, everything gets enhanced. Yeah. So, that's why, people that are arrested the first time, they have no prior criminal record and it's a nonviolent crime, they'll probably get probation. But if you're in the revolving door system, chances are you're going to see jail time.
Yeah. Okay, so goodness forbid, we're in a situation. Who do we call? What do we do?
Well, Clekis Law Firm, please.
Awesome.
843-9000000 or Clekis.com. But really, call your lawyer, call us, but make sure you have some help if you are arrested.
Absolutely, Nick. Well, thank you so much. You're going to be joining us back next week. We're going to talk about workers' comp. So stay tuned for Legal Perspective with Nick Clekis every Tuesday. We're back in 2 minutes.
This has been Legal Perspective with Nick Clekis.